That is so fun to look back at that.
Yeah.
You did good.
I'm not sure how I got my hair that tall.
So to kind of put this into perspective, so that crusade was 99. I was born that year. 24 years ago, I was born that year.
Oh my.
And now I'm here on the stage co-hosting with you. Isn't that crazy?
Well, just wait for 24 years from now when you're telling that story
And they'll invite me
again.
back. And then I'll be watching clips of myself. Is that like a weird kind of feeling, like you looking back at yourself?
Yeah, it is kind of weird. The pants were a mistake. those I think those were corduroy pants. They looked like they might have been 2 or 3 sizes too big for me at the time, and that tie was pretty wide.
Well, I graduated high school in 1999, and we always said they saved the best for the last year of the century. So it applies to you too.
Yay!
They said best for
I was
the
like
last.
the first of the last because I have a January birthday, so I was like the first of the last.
Very
So,
nice.
Yeah.
So when I was leaving the house tonight, my wife said, "So, do you think you'll make it to the 100th?" And I said, "Well," started doing the math. I said, "Well, I'll be pretty old, but
you gotta eat right.
if they'll have me, I'll be here for the 100th."
That's right. What a
my
milestone.
goodness. It
Well,
will be.
75 will be a nice big milestone.
Yeah.
The station
It will be.
turns 75 years old in 2 years.
Wow.
So it's always neat. The station gets a milestone, and then a few years later, the Crusade. Because the Crusade started in 54. The station started in 50. So it's only almost the entire length of the station's history. The Crusade has been right there with us.
Those must have been some fun meetings with the management sitting around and talking about brainstorming about how they can help kids and how the Crusade became to be. Can you imagine being a fly on the wall in some of those meetings?
Well, there's actually film downstairs, and it says 52 and 53 Crusades, but they weren't Crusades because that was the 2 years that actually Rosemary Clooney from White Christmas, she was on one of those years, but it wasn't the WHAS Crusade for Children. It was for cystic fibrosis those 2 years, and it was a national organization, so all the money was raised here, and then it was sent off to the national organization. And then after a couple of years of that, Vic Scholas, the station manager at the time, he said, why don't we just keep it here locally and help local children out? And was born the Crusade for Children.
And the money is still kept local, which
Right.
is amazing. So
Right.
if you donate in Jefferson County, Henry County, it stays
Yeah.
in that county. And
It doesn't get much more local than
100%
that. Yes.
goes to the kids.
Yes,
Goes
that's
to
right.
the kids.
That's right.
I didn't get the T-shirt memo. I'm sorry.
Well, we got you one. It's in the Crusade office with your name on it. We got both
I was going
colors.
to say, I hope
for you.
we're not underdressed. We don't have a collar. I used to be, when I've been here before, I had a sports coat. I said, I can't do that.
No.
I just
I about
drove over
walked-
from Parristown,
Yeah.
from the Parristown
I
home.
about walked out with a blazer on, and I was like, no, like, you gotta show it off.
Yeah.
Right.
You
I
know,
mean,
we have all shared
yeah.
70th. We gotta show it off, right?
Which, that's also cool. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself because, well, you already showed the clip, but used to be, it was a tradition for the finale when they sang God Bless America. You know what they always used to do? They had the tote board, but they had this banner that came down. It was a long sign that came down and said, "We have all shared." And so it's awesome they brought that back to the 70th Crusade.
WHAS.
Yeah, I love
We
it.
have
And we'll be seeing that soon. We'll be seeing that soon.
Okay, what are we going to look at next?
Well, I wish Joe Arnold was still here again because when
Can
I
you
told
call
him,
him back? You got him on speed dial, right?
I'll just call him.
he said he promised he'd be watching
Turn
this.
around.
I'm sure he is.
So he was saying, I told him about 10 minutes ago, I was telling him my plans to show this. In 1961, probably one of the best Crusade for Children openings, when we did the 50th Crusade for Children look ahead in 2003 in May, we had a primetime 2-hour special called One Dream, One Heart, and it showed all the highlights of the past Crusades. And I believe that will be showing on our Plus channel sometime
okay.
soon. So that was really nice. I was able to find that from 2003. And the very first thing in it is this 1961 opening with Jay Willoughby. He was portraying the Stephen Foster role in the Stephen Foster story in Bardstown at the time. And Joe Arnold said he remembered him performing in St. Louis when Joe Arnold was performing at the theaters in St. Louis. So that's a cool connection. And
is.
you saw the Wayne Perky piece that aired earlier, and I was putting that together last year, and I was going through all the different Crusade openings with him, and I didn't know this until last year that he actually, Jay Willoughby, came back for the 1993 crusade for the 40th. They knew the historical significance of the 40th milestone, so they had him come on. And it's neat to see him in 1961 as a young man, and then in 1993 as a more seasoned man who knows how to sing still. And it's a great piece, edited together, the whole full number from 1961, and then you get to see him in 1993. And also, you got to keep your eyes out for somebody you might recognize in the choir, Diane Sawyer.
Oh.
Really?
Yes, Diane Sawyer from Glasgow, Kentucky. In 1961, she was the Crusade Queen runner-up.
Runner-up?
Yes.
Oh my goodness!
And if
she
you
didn't
look,
even win.
it's a side shot of the chorus, and because the announcer says the 1961 Crusade Choir or chorus, and you can see her headline, you can see her head profile right there. It's neat. It's Diane Sawyer, right, on the Crusade for Children. So you'll see that first, and then you'll cut to 93, and you'll see Jay Willoughby singing the opening of the Crusade for the 40th.
All right, let's take a look back. 1961, the Crusade opened.
The folks in all places, people of all races, all want to play their part. City charmers and out-of-town farmers, whoever's watching our show. Give your all, if large or small, your dimes and your dollars, they make it go. Crusade for children will light up your face with a grin. Nothing's more thrilling when your heart is willing, so get on the phone and call in. A crusade for children is just about to begin.
And the 1961 Crusade for Children Chorus.
A crusade for children is just about to begin. Now, on with the A crusade for children is just about to begin. Now, on with the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the host of the 40th WHAS Crusade, Wayne Perky and Gary Rodemeyer.
Hello, guys. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Gary, it looks to me as though you brought a very special guest.
Wayne, and ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to meet my fishing buddy, Troy Fitch, who you saw early in our tape. Hello, Troy.
Hey,
How are you
Troy.
doing?
Oh my gosh, Joe. So, number one,
There's a lot of things to talk about.
There's
there are
so
a lot
many
of things. First, I have no recollection of Gary Rodemeyer co-hosting with Wayne.
Right. Well, they said that there's only been a few co-hosts of the Crusade, and I never knew it either until I was putting that piece together. I saw I noticed Jay Willoughby. I was like, that's the guy from 1961. So I wasn't the only person who was really impressed with that opening.
So we jumped to the 40th Crusade, right?
Right. It went from 61 to 93. So quick, what is that? 32? 32.
So when I was asked to do this, I wasn't.
know there was gonna be math.
So much math.
I'm kind of like you normally most of the time. I think it's 32 years later. So that's pretty cool. They got him from the 62 Crusade to this 93 Crusade. And like Gary Rodemeyer hosted, and him and Wayne Perky, that was Wayne Perky's first year having a co-host, and then the next year Melissa Swan started.
See, I always thought that Swanee was a co-host.
I did too, until I found that last year putting together the Wayne Perky thing. But what a voice, Jay Willoughby.
Yes.
I mean, he's very talented, and he was able to pull it off both times.
Right.
32 years earlier and then in 93. I mean, he was great. And I wish Joe was here to talk about, the fact that what does he remembered him from St. Louis? That's pretty nice that he was able to perform there too. Yeah. And did you all pick out Diane Sawyer?
Did?
Yes,
Yeah.
in the left, right where the chorus.
Yeah. That's pretty neat. So if you're watching Diane, call us up.
Yes, donate now. We might as well plug the phone number, right? 582-7511.
Sure.
And
Yes,
donate
582-7511.
Yes.
Or for Diane, she can call the 1-888-382-7511.
Well, and then you notice the phone number as well, the Juniper
Yes.
5931
Yes.
phone number, which I believe was Milton's phone number for his talk show.
Right. Well, a lot of people don't realize that we used to have words in phone numbers, right?
Yeah.
Like, was that still a number you pushed on the pad, though?
I'm not that old. I have no idea.
I don't even.
I've just heard other people talking.
You know who we should have asked? Van
Vance
and Jack Fox.
yeah.
They would have known. Joe Arnold, maybe not so much, but yeah, they would be able to tell us all about that. But I believe there was even a Elizabeth Taylor movie, Butterfield 8, and I think Butterfield was another word. Juniper. It's just something that they were able to identify before you put your code in after that. And the Crusades was obviously JU. That's what the JU meant on the tote board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that crusade took place in 61
Yeah.
in Memorial Coliseum.
Yeah, Memorial
And then the 1993, that was at the Center for the Arts,
Baumhart
Theater.
Right.
And then this year, the crusade moved to Paristown.
Right.
So I think it jumped back between Memorial Auditorium or Coliseum, whatever they call it, to the studio here, where you saw Johnny Rivers just a few minutes ago performing. And then they realized that more people wanted to come than could be accommodated into the studio, so they moved it to the center.
It's pretty cramped in here.
Yeah. And now Paristown, man, that seemed like a perfect location.
It was wonderful. I looked up, and they even have a second floor. People were on the second floor with tables and chairs looking down on it. It was a great venue. And you walk in, in a theater complex, you walk in and you look at the lobby or whatever. No, you walk in and you're right there.
Yeah.
You could see Shay and Terry from that point. It was great. And of course, you have a place to get a drink if you want to on the sides. I mean, it's very accessible to whatever you want to do.
Looked like folks were having a good time.
Oh, yeah. A lot of us started dancing at the end of it.
I saw people dancing during it. There was like this older woman that got up on stage and was
I
dancing.
saw that, yeah.
I'm like, I want to have what she's having because I need that energy for tonight. And we've been keeping the party going and the energy up this whole night.
She looked exactly like Mama's House. Remember off the Carol Burnett show?
Yes, yeah.
Laverne, Carol Burnett and I forget. She was the lady who played Carol Burnett's mom.
Vicki Lawrence.
Vicki Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, she looked just like her, and she danced crazy. She was wonderful.
She was fun.
And she apparently does it. Don was telling me, the Crusade CEO, Don Lee told me that she actually shows up at roadblocks and dances in the middle of the streets.
Wow, that's awesome.
She's a friend of the Crusade.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, where do you want to go next?
Well, Joanne Worley, the 1973 Crusade was the 20th Crusade.
Yep.
I was trying to look at the, 50 years ago to see what happened. And this is a really cool opening, too. It was, I remember that was the year McLean Stevenson from MASH and Joanne Worley from Laugh-In hosted, or they were there as the featured guests. And I remember Jim Walton, you'll see him. He's Melissa Swan, who hosted the Crusade so long. She said she remembered growing up watching Jim Walton host the Crusade as the MC for years. And he was also the station announcer. And he does a great job. And his rapport with McLean Stevenson is quite funny.
It was interesting. We saw a clip of that when Jack was here.
Right.
Did you hear the story that Jack told about McLean?
I could have been in the archive at that time.
So apparently back in the day, the celebrities stuck around because the Crusade took place, all 30 hours of the Crusade happened at Memorial.
Yeah.
Or I guess the overnight even happened. Right. So things had kind of died down. The phones weren't ringing. And McLean apparently was a pole vaulter.
Oh,
And
yes.
did you hear that story? And he told him, hey, go find me a pole. I'll vault over the orchestra pit and land on the stage.
I did see that. Yeah, he actually does try. It doesn't work out very well.
No,
but-
apparently the pole breaks and he falls into the pit.
That's right. Yes.
That is a story that Jack
I didn't know that he actually had a history of doing that.
Yeah.
That's actually, well, he could have done it. Maybe if his stick was stronger.
Yeah. I don't think it was a true pole vaulting stick. They
Right,
just
right.
found something in the basement of
A
Memorial.
broomstick, who knows,
Right.
right?
I don't know what he was thinking he was going to go over. I mean, the Crusade tote board, what was his goal there? I don't think the stick was that tall. But yeah, this is the 1973 Crusade. And the opening, it just kind of gives you a feel like the 61 Crusade, what the format was at that time. And that's the coolest part about the Crusade is that there is change in it.
Right.
And the fact that, I mean, it's nice to see, it's got the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
It's got regularity over the 70 years, but yet you still see change to where it's not static, it's not, boring, it has different parts of it. Did you hear, the reason, the soda brand in Back to the Future that they used? Which one?
Tab?
No.
No. Pepsi.
Right. It was Pepsi. You know the reason why they didn't use Coca-Cola? Because Coca-Cola's logo was it's always been so consistent throughout the decades.
yeah.
So the makers of the film Robert Zemeckis wanted to make sure that you really could distinguish between the 1955 timeline and the 1985 timeline. And if it was the same Coca-Cola logo,
You wouldn't know the difference.
there would be no difference. So they purposely chose Pepsi because their logos, it's kind of like the Crusade. It's the best parts of the logo you remember has always been there, but it's always been changing throughout the years, evolving, but it's always had the best part of it there. So that was,
I forgot because Marty goes in and orders a tab.
Yes.
And they're like, I can't give you a tab. You haven't ordered anything yet. Yeah.
Right, that's exactly right. And then he says he wants a Pepsi free. And he says, look, kid, if you're going to get a Pepsi, you're going to pay for it. Right. Obviously, we know that movie pretty well. But,
Yes.
So with the Crusade, that's kind of like the best things. You can see through the years, it's been the same, but not really. That's one of the great legacies of it. So you'll be able to see how this Crusade Open is a little bit different from ours, but it's not that different. We're still doing a variety show that shows you the best that we have to offer around here. The variety show has always been one of the best parts of entertainment. You get the local people to come out and show their best. So this is from 50 years ago, 1973.
Okay, let's take a look back at the 20th WHAS Crusade Open.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Rosengarten. The jazz saxophonist, Arnie Lawrence. The Ben Franklin of the organ, jazz organist, Milt Buckner.
Your crusade for children now is on the air. This crusade for children that we all can share. Give is the simple word we ask of you. Give with your coins and cash, with hearts so true. Give so their future's bright. With love, dig down deep tonight. Their lives will be in your giving, walking, breathing, seeing, living. Crusade for Children time is here again to help all the handicapped to win again. They know that you gave before, and now this crusade is very sure. You are bound to give them more.
From Kentuckiana and around this great nation of ours have come stars to help in this 20th WHAS Crusade for Children. But here are the real stars of the crusade, the mentally and physically handicapped children of Kentucky and Southern Indiana. Whether or not their lives can be made worthwhile depends on you.
Give so that you can tell their hearts seem to grow and swell. Their smiles will be yours for keeping, knowing you have helped their weeping. Money is what they need to cure despair. Piggy bank dollars show you really care. To know how to change the tears to smiles for as much as 20 years. No one else can say that.
There's a place for them. There's a place, a shining grace for them. Time to gather, our mind to share. Time to see, time to care. Somehow. They'll find a new way of living.
is depending on you. Not entirely, I might say, because I think, David, you have some money there for the crusade?
Yes, I got some money.
Yes. Where did you get it from, David?
I got $1
You
from
got it.
Vicky.
From Vicky?
Yeah.
And you brought it in for the crusade?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Wow. That is what it's all about right
Cute
there.
kid.
Yeah,
Yay.
absolutely.
I love it.
That was Jim Walton, who's a longtime host
Longtime
of the
Crusade
Crusade.
Crusade MC, yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, I believe Wayne Perky took it
Yep.
over.
Yep. Wayne took it over from Jim. So
Yeah. And did a great job for 20 years. And then, of course, that's when Gary and Melissa. Gary first and then Melissa. But yeah, in 73, it was a really cool year because it had, you probably saw him on the second layer. What a magnificent set, first of all. You know?
Right?
I mean, it was very ornately designed. You could tell they put a lot of effort. And you could tell on the second layer, people were just standing around. And two of the, well, Phyllis Knight, the Crusade, the director was there. And then, of course, you had Joanne Worley, the big headline star, and then McLean Stevenson, who had just gotten off of his first year off of the hit show MASH, which, you know, MASH still, to this day, it still has that record of most watched television program, non-sporting event. The last episode was huge. And the first season, of course, McLean Stevenson said, yeah, I'll come to the Crusade. You got to think, I don't know if it was the Binghams or somebody had enough pull to say, hey, CBS, get your big star to come to,
They
your
had
big
someone
CBS
on
station.
speed dial,
Yeah,
right?
we were one of the largest CBS affiliates at that point, one of the strongest CBS affiliates.
yeah, at that time, WHAS was a
Yes.
CBS affiliate.
I remember in 1990, the 40th anniversary special we did, we had a live satellite interview with Gary Ronemeyer and Dan Rather from the CBS studios. And Dan even said, CBS Evening News is the most watched here in Louisville. So, I mean, it was huge. So I think that's probably the reason why we were able to get one of the biggest stars from CBS's MASH to come to Louisville. But like Jim Walton even said, and I think we'll be hearing this next, they had to steal her from another network because Joanne Worley, we didn't just do CBS stars back then, we wanted NBC stars too, because Laugh-In was huge, and I love Laugh-In. You've heard of Laugh-In, haven't you? Have you? Okay, this is great because I've done this with multiple people in the newsroom so far this week.
Okay.
Have you heard of Goldie Hawn?
Yes.
All right, there you go.
Yes.
The reason why I think you'd agree, the reason why we know who Goldie Hawn is because of Laugh-In. It was like a primetime version of Saturday Night Live, you'd say.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
hilarious. It
Yeah.
was funny. And Goldie Hawn was awesome in it. And she was the funny blonde, and I think the funny brunette in it was Joanne Worley. And she was there the same year with McLean Stevenson. And they have a really good chemistry together. And I think we're going to see that next, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. While we're getting that ready, let's take a look at the tote board while we're here at 3:35 on Crusade Sunday morning. We are at $1,819,503
On
for the
the dot.
70th Crusade for Children. Thank you, Kentucky and Southern Indiana, for changing a child's life. You can be a part of that right now at 502-582-7511, 1-888-382-7511 to make your pledge to the Crusade. You can also scan the QR code that is at the bottom of your screen, or if you don't like to scan the QR code, you can go to WHAScrusade.org and donate securely there. There are also other ways with apps and such that you can donate with, Elle?
Yeah, so you can use Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Apple Pay. And again, scan that QR code on your screen. Even in the notes section of your payment, you can mention your fire station, and they get credit for it too, because half of the money raised is by the fire station.
Over
That's
half.
right. Yes.
Over half.
They are wonderful.
Yeah.
We love the Crusade.
Yep.
Yes.
Firefighters.
1.8.
$1.8 million.
Every time we announce it, it just keeps getting higher and
Yeah.
higher. Are we going to make it to 2 million?
I hope we get over that before 6 a.m., and I hope that means that there's good things coming.
The funny part about the different ways you can give to the Crusade, and we were just talking about the fact that Juniper was part of the phone number on the JU was on the tote board, and you think, man, how odd, Juniper. What does that have to do with the phone number? Well, I'm sure if they saw us now saying, you can donate with your Fire Stick, your Roku, or I don't know, with your app.
With your Alexa.
Like, what?
You can say, Alexa,
No,
donate
Venmo,
$70
right,
to the Crusade.
So
we are full on being able to help. Whatever you want to give, you can give.
We'll take whatever form of payment you can make to the Crusade.
right.
We're not picky, but we are very grateful for you helping. So we're going to stay at the 20th Crusade You were saying Joanne Worley was a star. She was from Laugh-Ins. We're going to see a little clip of her.
Oh yeah, she's really funny, and you'll see how McLean Stevens and her. She says she's on Laugh-In, so she wasn't able to do that much serious stuff. So she's trying to perform a song. I'm not really that for sure how serious she really was trying to do about the song. Because look at how she opens her mouth. She does this when she opens her mouth when she does the high note. If she was trying to be serious, I don't think she would have done that. So yeah, it's pretty funny. McLean Stevenson, he does some antics here, which is pretty funny.
Okay, let's head back to the 20th Crusade. This is Joanne Worley.
We robbed her from another network to be on Channel 11 tonight, Miss Joanne Worley.
That's no way to be, not with me. Can't you see that I am just as embarrassed as you, and I can understand your point of view. I've always been shy. I admit it, I'm shy. Can't you guess that this confident air is a mask that I wear 'cause I'm shy? And you can be sure, way down deep, I'm demure. Though some people I know might deny it, at bottom I'm quiet and pure. I'm aware that it's wrong to be meek as I am. My chances may pass me by. I pretend to be strong, but as weak as I am, all I can do is try. God knows I try, though I'm frightened and shy. And despite the impression I give, I confess that I'm living a lie, because I'm actually terribly timid and horribly shy. And that is why, though I'm painfully shy, I'm insane to know which, sir, you, sir, if not you, then who, sir, where, sir, and when, sir. I couldn't be 10, sir, so let's get this done, man. Get on with the fun, man, 'cause I'm horribly Hello, darlings. I love a whistler. I'm going to do a lovely, sweet ballad, because often on Laugh-In I didn't get a chance to do anything serious. So tonight I would like to do a marvelous ballad. Are you ready, darling? Someday he'll come along, the man I love, and he'll be McLean, big and strong. I'm singing.
No, but I gotta have the key to the dressing room.
Don't tell them we're dressing together. Get out of here. I'm singing my song. The man I love. Wait a minute. Wait. Just hold the music a minute. What is it, McLean? They want to hear me sing. You're interrupting. What is it? Oh, the key. Well, Jim has the key. Go get it from Jim. Run along now. Could we take it from the top again, please? A marvelous ballad. I love this song. Someday he'll come along, the man I love, and he'll be big and strong, the man I love. And when he comes my way, I'll do my best to make him stay. Stop it, McLean. What are you... No way. I'm singing my serious ballad. Nobody ever lets me sing a real song.
I tried to crawl out so nobody would see.
Well, you're embarrassing
me.
me.
Give me the key. Jim doesn't have it.
Jim doesn't have it? Did you check under his toupee?
No, I didn't check.
Well, go check under his toupee. Get out of here. Could we take it again, please? Someday he'll come along, the man I love, and he'll be big and strong, the man I love. when he comes my way. Oh, no, get out of here, McLean. Now, come on. Will you stop? Please, I'm sorry, darlings. Excuse me. What is it, her? I don't have any pockets on me. How could I have the key?
He said he gave you the key.
Wait a minute. Wait, I forgot. Excuse me. Wait. Yeah, all right, now get out of here and leave me alone. You've embarrassed me for the last time, McLean. Hit it! We'll build a little home just meant for two, oh no, from which I'll never roam. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Bobby's key. Oh, yours fell out. Oh, there it is. Here, now get out of here and leave me alone. What is the final line? Right, everybody knows that part. I just lost my. That's it. We'll build a little home part. What are you guys doing? I'm trying to sing my song. Oh, it's just so embarrassing. While we're stopped, darlings, be sure and call this number. Thank you. We'll build a little home just meant for two, from which I'll never roam. Who would you? And with all else above, I'm waiting for the man I love. Thank you. Will you get out of here, McLean? You're driving me crazy. You've embarrassed me for the... He's going to try it. He's going to jump over the orchestra in one fell swoop. Hit it, McLean. Can anybody catch him?
Get out of the way.
Good luck. Do you have any last words?
What?
You know words. You do them with your mouth.
No, I'm just hoping I can make the trombone and possibly the lead trumpet on the first try.
On the first try. Give me back my key, weirdo. Good luck. A tense moment. Oh!
I'll work it out to see if I can't. I'm sorry.
He'll be back later to do that trick for real. Are you gonna do some stuff?
Some kind of stuff.
Good.
Call me. Call me. Just call me. Yeah. 5893151. Now everybody grab some cash and rush it to WHAS. Please be kind and ease your mind and help those kids up better. Call me. Oh yeah. Oh, y'all call me.
Awesome.
That was amazing. We've been talking about that specific scene, that specific thing
you had
all
McLean
night.
pole vaulting. That's awesome.
Well, I broke up this 50 years ago Crusade into 3 different parts. I didn't know what part that was in, but I knew we were going to see it sometime tonight.
And we did. That was fun.
McLean Stevenson, what a guy, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a pole vaulter.
Man of many talents, I guess.
Right.
The other interesting thing, if you paid attention to the clock, it was 2 a.m.
That's amazing. Well, so yeah, hey, good company. Think of the legacy that we're living in right now.
Right.
Of people, you may think, oh, it's 2 a.m, the unimportant people. No, McLean Stevenson was up at this hour performing,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're pretty important.
Well,
this is
and
an
it's-
integral part of the Crusade, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah. 347, you're watching the 70th WHAS Crusade for Children. You can be a part of it right now, 582-7511 if you're in the Louisville metro area, or 1-888-382-7511. Our tote board total, $1.8 million and some change right now. We'll continue to watch that go up as the morning progresses.
The morning
progresses, yeah.
They say and it's true, every penny matters. So every day part of the Crusade matters.
It does.
Even
It
at
does,
this
yeah.
hour. Are you getting sleepy yet?
Not
Well,
yet.
I'm still on my 3rd cup. It's a big one. It's a very big
That's
cup.
like a half gallon of coffee. Let's just be honest.
It's bigger than my head. But we're here. We're having so much fun looking back at all these Crusade memories.
I love them. I mean, it shows you what has come before us and what we can look forward to. I mean, if consistency is anything, the Crusade will continue being really great, both performances-wise and the community showing such love to us that we appreciate so much.
Consistent, but adapt to change.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean,
one of the first Crusades was black and white.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. We're doing something right now that was black and white at one time.
Right.
You know, years
And,
ago.
As high definition television came in, I was part of the time when they switched to that.
Oh yeah, HD, yeah, and then of course 3D television. I don't know.
ATSC 3.0, which will give the ability to do 4K. So you got to think that's coming in the future. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep.
We will be able to reach out and touch people, maybe.
Well, now with AI, now the possibilities are
Right.
kind of endless, right?
Yeah, I think the Crusade is already shown how, well, with the technology way, how to give, like we were talking about earlier. I mean, if there is a way invented to help it easier for people to help special needs children, we're going to do it.
And we do have a tote board update. We're at $1,831,070.05 right now for the 70th WHAS Crusade.
We might get to 2 million.
I'm thinking
I have a very
we're gonna
strong
get there.
feeling.
And I was like, oh, I don't know, but we might get 2 million.
Oh my goodness.
If you really like Joanne Worley and you've really liked McLean Stevenson doing that pole vault, call in. Let us know.
Yes, give us a little comment. Give us a little
Please.
shout out there.
Yeah.
So you were telling me a story about Lenny and Faith Lyles.
That's right.
Faith Lyles hosted Omelet with Milton Metz for a long time. Tell me what you found. This was the 20th Crusade as well.
This is 50 years ago, 1973. I mean, a lot of great gems in that piece, in the whole Crusade for Children that year. You know, at the time, it was the longest Crusade for Children, and they went off the air just before 9 p.m. I mean, as you know, we went on the air a lot. 1, 2, 3 in the morning, Sunday night, Monday morning. I remember people saying that they left the Crusade studios and Ken Schultz was getting to work to do Good Morning Kentuckiana Monday morning.
There were a couple that ended after 5 o'clock in the morning.
So they preempted Good Morning Kentuckiana.
Well, in those days, the morning show didn't start until 6 a.m.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's amazing how, again, Crusade was, you know, in the 60s, I think, they stopped in the afternoon. In the 70s, it was 9 o'clock. I think the latest it got to, 2000s? You were probably here for the latest ones. And now we're able to go off at 7 p.m., right before 7. Tomorrow, Sunday, later today, right before 7 p.m., we will be singing in the Crusade with God Bless America. But the Lenny Lyles and Faith Lyles co-hosted the Omelet with, Milton Metz. And Faith Lyles, she was married to Lenny. He was a football player for the Colts. And
the Baltimore Colts.
Right, that's right. It was not Indianapolis at that point. Right. And he was a big football star. And I've heard of him a lot of times being married to her, but I've never actually seen video of him and heard him speak. So, of course, when I saw this next clip we're going to show, it was amazing because it was Lenny Lyles, Faith Lyles, husband and wife together. And I didn't realize that they had a little boy who was helped by the Crusade for Children. And it's just a really cool special piece. And I know Lenny has passed away, but Faith is still with us. So I hope she gets to see this piece that we're about to air.
Okay, let's hop back to Crusade 20 again. Lenny and Faith Lyles.
Let's welcome once again Faith and Lenny Lyles and their great big boy, Christopher.
Our son, Chris, who has cerebral palsy, was on the Crusade 2 years ago. At that time, he was in casts up to his hips. He had just undergone surgery to improve his handicap. Now Chris is learning to use a walker, and it's a slow, long process, but he is making some great improvement.
Leonard, Everett, Michael, and I are blessed to have Christopher as part of our family. He's a pretty special fellow, and 97% of the time he's happy and wears a great big smile. We're also blessed in the fact that we were able to provide all of the treatment and care that Christopher needs. Others are not so fortunate, and that's where you, the people of Kentuckiana, help. It's because of your involvement in the Crusade for Children, so many, many children with all kinds of handicaps are helped. And it's because of your love, your concern, your generosity, and your care that blesses the children.
Hello, I'm Chris Laus. I'm 8 years old.
Light their way when the darkness surrounds them. Give them love, let it shine all around them. Bless the beast and the children. Give them a shelter from a storm. Keep them safe. Keep them
Wow, what a moving piece from Lenny and Faith.
We should get that freeze frame of her touching his face.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful picture. She looks great
Yeah.
50 years ago. And Lenny, too. I mean, that's the great thing about the Crusade. And that was one moment you saw of a child helped just because his parents were famous. Think about all the millions of children. I think it's probably millions, right?
I
At
think
least
so.
thousands
I think that's in the notes. Yeah.
that have been helped. The moments that you provide when you help the Crusade, those are the moments you provide. The parent being able to be so proud that their child is being helped.
In the Crusade's 70 years, over $200 million have been raised to help special needs kids in Kentucky and southern Indiana. 120 counties in Kentucky, all the Kentucky counties are helped, and 50 counties in southern Indiana are helped. 1 out of 3, I believe, is the statistic that I read, grants are able to be filled. Can you imagine sitting on that moral side of the news board
They have
and
a job,
rolling
don't they?
through the grants and not being able to fill some of them? Oh, man. I'm glad I don't have to do that.
Right. Well, it's also, unfortunately, it's a great reminder for us to not rest on our laurels. It's so successful for Crusade, but you do see that we are not able to help everybody who's asking. So there's always, more to help, to ask kindly, please keep giving.
Yeah, the generosity of this community is why the Crusade works. We've talked for many years about how folks come to see how the Crusade for Children operates. Other people who are trying to put on
Other cities
telethons.
have come to us,
yes.
Saying, how does this work? We don't understand. What, firefighters help? How does that work?
And I'm not sure unless you bottle you folks up,
Right. That's exactly right.
and move you to the community that they're trying to help. I'm just not sure that it can be successful, because I truly believe that the people in these communities, this community is what makes the Crusade successful.
Well, I've been thinking a lot. We've been talking about how WHAS is so important, and obviously, we are to the extent that we give an avenue to it. But really, you're right. It's the people of this state of Kentucky and southern Indiana that every year does this. And
We're just the vessel that gets the message out to the people. That's what we are.
Exactly.
We're the conduit.
Right. And we're really here that's the reason why we're here for so long in the telethon, I think, to say thank you over and over, because that's what everybody needs to hear is thank you for doing this for 70 years. It's amazing. Thank you.
If the community didn't care, we wouldn't be here doing this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Amazing.
Eternally grateful.
So one of the great traditions of the Crusade that's been going on since it started was "The Crusade Ends" by the singing of "God Bless America."
Yes.
And that has happened 69 times.
Exactly right.
It'll happen 70 times this year. You
In a
put
few
something.
hours.
You
Yes.
put something together very special.
I got this idea driving across the 2nd Street Bridge on my lunch break yesterday. It just came to me. I was like, it's the 69 years that we've done this before. Why don't we see the whole song of God Bless America, but instead of just one time frame, kind of like Back to the Future, let's just jump through time, decade through decade. And so you'll see the very first opening of this song. It's only a minute long because that's how long there's the words to it right
the words
there.
are in the
I guess it
studio.
only takes a minute to get through that. You think it'd be a little bit longer, but I guess we just do the one verse and consistently through the decades. And you see it, and you're going to start out with black and white. If you look at the background, you'll see the Juniper JU phone number to dial in, and you'll see that Crusade head, that logo that was designed by Mr. Blankenbaker, right?
I believe that's correct. Yeah.
And it was his little boy that he designed he looked at his little boy and he made that. I mean, so that has been the consistent part of the Crusade. It's amazing. So you'll see that on the upper right-hand corner and black and white footage, and then you'll jump ahead to the 20th Crusade, and then the 30th and 40th, 50th, and then 60th. This is going to end with what we looked like 10 years ago in the same studio, same set, when we were able to get $6 million for the 60th Crusade. And it was a huge event, a huge moment for us. Melissa Swan, she got a little bit emotional at the end of it, and Terry gave her grief about that. It was a great moment, though. I can't believe that was 10 years ago. So you'll be able to see the progression of God Bless America from black and white days all the way to 10 years ago.
What a great idea.
Yeah, awesome. It's 4 o'clock. You're watching the WHAS Crusade for Children on WHAS Television and listening on News Radio 840 WHAS Radio. Steve Kirkland, Elle, Joe Federley, and the way the crusade ends every year. We're not ending, so don't go away. But here is God Bless America through the decades.
Stand beside her and guide her
Through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my
That was too cool. That was so awesome.
It just shows the legacy of the place and of what we're doing at the Crusade. And that's another great thing about how many things have changed. How many different songs have we sang during the Crusade? But that's always been a consistent part of
It's
how we
always
ended
been the
it.
constant.
And we'll be doing it tomorrow, like you said, for the 70th time.
Yeah.
In a few hours, actually.
Yeah.
Today, technically. Just over 12 hours, right?
Yeah, not too
we're
long.
not too long. Hopefully we'll sleep a little bit.
We got
before
long
Yes.
enough for a nap to get back
yeah,
in for
a little
it,
bit
right?
of a nap, right? Because I will be here at 2 p.m. starting tomorrow.
Today.
Tonight.
You're right. It won't be tomorrow until I sleep some.
You work day in, day out. I don't know how you get sleep anyway.
Well, it's easier if you love it, you know.
Yep.
Which I'm sure you all do.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah, we all love the Crusade.
Well, the tote board has continued to climb as we've been taking a look back at some past Crusades. We're at $1,848 and $965.95, close to $1.9 million for the 70th WHAS Crusade. I almost said the 40th, thinking it's 4 a.m. I'm getting my fours all messed up. But now's a great time for you to jump in and be a part of the Crusade. It's easy. You can call on the phone, pick up the phone and call 582-7511 or Toll free, we'll pick up the charge there, 1-888-382-7511, and lots of other ways that you can donate as well.
Yes, you can. So you can donate online, WHAScrusade.org. You can even donate by mail. You can send your check right to the station, 520 West Chestnut Street, Louisville, Kentucky, 40202. And you can use your phone. Simple as that. You can scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay, and leave a note saying what fire station you want the funds to represent, and just keep on going. We are going to hit 2 million in this overnight. So I believe it.
I'm really thankful to be from PRP. The PRP Fire Department, they do such a good job.
They're awesome, aren't they?
And I'm sure sometime tomorrow they'll be knocking on my door. So that's another part. I mean, they have. It's normal for them to have a few hundred thousands of dollars that they give us every Crusade Sunday. So love PRP.
Yes.
And all of them.
Honestly,
you feel like you're misusing this microphone if you give a shout out to one particular and
No,
just
I
end
mean,
on that.
it's-
We have
it's
to
your-
also
it's your
say
community, Joe.
Right,
I mean,
that's
it's
true.
your loyalty.
But we also need to complete the sentence.
We
and
love
say,
all the
thank you to
firefighters.
all the firefighters.
But
Yes.
you can love your home firefighter just a little bit more.
We love a good rivalry,
Yeah,
little
that's true.
competition.
There has
It's
been a
all,
few.
friendly fun.
Because guess who benefits? The Crusade.
Crusade.
Yeah.
All the kids. 100% of the kids.
That's right. That's right. 100%.
The Crusades kept up with the times. You can catch the Crusade on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Just search for WHAS Crusade. Make sure you like them.
A lot of good highlights are on YouTube.
Yeah, they
So
are.
many great stories.
And did you know that if you donate $100 or more, that a uniformed sheriff's deputy will come pick your donation up tomorrow morning so that it can come right back here
I have
and
not
get to
heard
work?
that this year
It is
yet.
true, yes.
That's
Really?
nice.
Yeah, I just thought I'd let you know.
Well, thank you. Oh,
When
we
you donate $100.
Yes, we appreciate the sheriff's deputies. They are
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, they absolutely are. You can donate more than $100 and they'll come pick it up too. It doesn't just have to be $100.
Right. If one of those billionaires are watching,
Right.
and they have it in cash, the sheriff's deputies will be there to help. I wonder if they would fly to another state to pick it up. I'll bet they would.
If it's $700 million, probably so.
$700 million for the 70th Crusade.
I would have to say yes.
But honestly, I think it's more important to say $70 for the Crusade because
70.
that's what will happen, and that's what will build up. And I think that's a big part of how we crossed the $6 million mark 10 years ago, saying $60. So that's more affordable than 70.
Yeah.
700 million.
Yeah.
70 is great.
Yes.
Yeah. Or 70 cents. We'll appreciate 70 cents.
Yeah. Anything that you can afford to give to help change a child's life is appreciated. 502-582-7511 or 1-888-382-7511. I have had a blast this morning. I hope you have,
I have
Elle.
equally as much. This has been too much fun.
I mean, we've had some great folks in here.
Magicians were awesome.
David Gerard, Ken Abbott, our
my
magicians.
goodness.
And then just to stroll down memory lane with Jack Fox,
Oh,
Van
yeah.
Vance, and
Legends.
Joe Arnold. I believe that Joe's coming back next year. So, I'd be
Maybe we should
happy
get
to
the
have him
piano
back.
brought in.
Is it still here?
Oh, the grand piano. I was playing it yesterday.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, well, we'll have to let him know. And then you can play the piano next year.
Hopefully, I'll know. By that time, I'll be able to do the whole song. Claire de Lune, beautiful song. I can do the first 7 notes.
We got a whole year.
You might need to work on that. You might
prepare.
need just a
I know,
smidge more.
Well, I mean, we could put more clips in of historical parts, so I don't have to play as long.
So, one thing that people who've watched the overnight will remember, you like to do these movie spoofs, and you've done 4 of them
That's
now.
right. That's right.
You've done Ghostbusters, The Mummy, Harry Potter, and what was the other one?
The first one started out with Star Wars.
That's right, Star
because
Wars.
our network, ABC, is owned by Disney. So when they started for the first time in years, the very first Star Wars movie in 2015, I said, this is big, this is huge, let's do something. Actually, the web designer said, the web person, WHAS11.com said, hey, we need to do something for 4th of July, or May the 4th be with you. So I did a little cute bit where Doug Prophet does like this, and he pushes a chair and I reversed it so it looks like it comes to him. And,
Oh my goodness.
And that was only like a little 30-second clip or something. So then I was like, well, the movie's coming out in December. Let's do something else. So I made a little what happened if the Star Wars universe was here in the WHS building, and you saw it. You saw it here in 2016 for the Crusade overnight, and then the next year I did Ghostbusters because came out that summer, and then the previous summer, and then it was The Mummy. In 2018, and then 19 was The Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And Brooke Hash, our wonderful noon anchor, she's wonderful. She'll be 10 years here in November. Yeah, so
Brooke did a couple overnights with me.
Yeah. I was watching from home. She was great.
Yeah.
She still is on the noon show and everything else she does. So she has really been nice to star in all these 4 films. So this year I said, well, we don't have to do another film yet. We can just talk about historical parts. So I really appreciate you having me on. I've loved it. It's been great.
It's been so
Well,
fun.
you're hooked to next year, and we've off the air we've talked about some ideas, and we'll start working on those a little sooner than later, but
Not weeks.
not weeks before. We'll do months. We'll do months before.
We got a whole year.
But we'll Joe will be back with us next year. And when I talked to him on the phone last night, I told him that Van and Jack and Joe would be here. I said, but I'm sure by about they won't stay past 1. We'll get you on at 1 o'clock. And so thank you for staying. I know you got a busy day tomorrow with family reunion and church, and then coming back to be part of the crusade.
It's the crusade. Once a year, you can't do anything besides the crusade, right? I mean, you can't wait and say, oh, let's do it now, and it's gone for a year. You got to do it when it's here. First weekend in June, it's always a special, weekend in Kentucky.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, we appreciate you being here, Joe, and appreciate your work and knowledge about WHAS and the crusade.
Yes.
So we are going to remind you to call 582-7511, 1-888-382-7511. We'll head over and talk to our friendly telephone operators here in just a few minutes.
Yes.
But we have got some great past crusades that we are going to bring to you as we continue our overnight.
Yes.
And we're going to take a look at this tape here. That is
Riders
in the Sky.
Yes, let's tune into that.
All right, mighty fine and a big Western howdy, Ranger Doug.
Well, thank you.
We are here. We are on the air. Can you tell it's live?
I guess it is. Let me take a minute to introduce Riders in the Sky to you.
Yes, indeed.
Beginning to my left, your right, the man with the hairiest legs in the bluegrass state.
That's me.
He's the man who is aging like fine cheese.
Yes.
A man we call Too Slim.
Proud to be here, friends. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out for a great cause. In honor of being here for the Children's Crusade, I wore my cacti. My cacti. Thank you so much.
Lovely. To my right, your left, proudly stands His Royal Majesty, a man who never had a lesson, Woody Paul, the king of the Cowboy Fiddlers.
Thank you, friends. Thank you so much. That's all right. Keep your seats. That's okay.
Here's the idol of American youth, the hormone hurricane, Ranger Doug.
And our orchestra tonight, under the Grammy Award-winning direction of a man who plays both ends against the middle.
Yeah.
Joey the Cowpolka King.
When you hear a cowboy yodeling a song of open range, your heart leaps up to hear his stirring tale. But did you ever wonder at the end of his refrain why his voice leaps in a mournful wail?
Well, the story as was told to me was handed down through history of a singing cowboy brave enough to try to ride the meanest old cayuse, bucked him off right at the chute, left him spinning way up in the sky.
The bronco jumped up and the cowboy came down. They met at the old saddle horn. It made a deep impression, you could say it changed his life, and that's how the yodel was born.
Too Slim.
Odlay, odlo-dee, odlo-lay, odlay, adi-olay, yolay, odlo-lay, odi-olay, yolay, odlo-lay, odi-olay.
Give me a crack at it,
Thank you. Show off.
Man. Wow, that's high.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Boy, that's high, Ranger Doug.
Man.
Every dog in Jefferson County is running in little bitty circles now saying, what was that?
Yeah.
Lady came up to me the night before last in Durango, Colorado and said, Ranger Doug, it's just not logical for you guys to sing that high.
No, it's not. But you know, if this was a logical world, men would ride side saddle.
Apparently the conductor is a horseman. He knows what we're talking about.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's Wahoo, boy.
Oh, give me a horse, a great big horse, and give me a buckaroo, and let me wahoo, wahoo, wahoo. Give me a ranch, a big pair of pants, and give me a Stetson too, and let me wahoo, wahoo, wahoo.
Give me those wide open spaces.
I'm just like a prairie flower, growing wilder every hour. Give me a moon, a prairie moon, give me a gal that's true, and let me wahoo, wahoo, wahoo.
Now what did Cleopatra say to Anthony when they met? She hollered,
wahoo, wahoo, wahoo.
And what did Roman Romeo yell to Miss Juliet?
Wahoo, wahoo, wahoo.
It started way back in Eden. Miss Eve was the cause, and it's no fib. She wahooed at him for a rib. What did Pocahontas yell the minute she saw John Smith?
Wahoo, wahoo, wahoo. Here comes the king of the cowboy fiddlers. Play that funky music, Slovenian boy.
Hey, I like to show the rodeo. I like the Children's Crusade too. I like It's when them guys with green cacti, they stand around 6'2". They generally give me a wild woolly bronco. Hey, I wanna be a cowboy too, so I can ride the whole day through. Well, give me the length, the size and strength, and give me Roberta too, and let me wahoo, wahoo, wahoo. It's true, you have to suffer to play great music.
So do we. Oh, you open your mouth about 2 feet wide, then you take a good breath or two, and then you wahoo, wahoo, wahoo.
Yeah, you wiggle your toes and grit your teeth like Dangerous Dan McGrew. Then you wahoo, wahoo, wahoo.
Be careful not to sing soprano.
Never good hidey-hidey-ho.
No, that don't go up in Idaho. Well, buckle your belt and fix your hat and spit her out.
One more for the crusade. Yeah. And then you wahoo, 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 wahoo. See them tumbling down. Play but free I'll be found, drifting along with the tumble and tumbleweeds. Cares of the past are behind, nowhere to go but I'll find just where the trail will wind, drifting along with the tumble and tumbleweed. I know when night has gone that a new world's born at dawn. I keep rolling along. Deep in my heart is a song. Here on the range I belong, drifting along with the tumble and tumbleweed.
I know when night is gone that a new world's born at dawn. I keep rolling along. Deep in my heart is a song. Here on the range I belong, drifting along with the tumble and tumbleweed, drifting along with the tumble and tumbleweed.
Boy, what a great crowd. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
I love it.
This is a great crowd, and it's a sophisticated crowd, I can tell.
Well, it's a very sophisticated crowd.
Probably the most sophisticated people we'll play for this year.
Very likely, Ranger Doug. These folks have probably slept through as many Andrew Lloyd Webber musicals as I have.
I wouldn't doubt it. It's not the music.
The music is great.
It's beautiful.
But the lyrics,
What,
wow.
what do they mean?
I know.
Where are the horses, the beans, the cattle? Really?
Don't you wish Andrew Lloyd Webber had been born a cowboy's sidekick? The phantom of the chuck wagon is me, and I'm side meat. Beans and biscuits, 7-day-old coffee, blowing through your sorry elementary. Gas begins expanding, GI tract demanding, sleeping bags inflate by campfire light. And then you hear the noises of the night.
That's fine.
Thank you so much. Midnight, and my stomach is churning. My intestines are burning. Was that roadkill too old? Well, we've all asked ourselves that question, haven't we? I'm still working on that one.
I can tell.
What else we got for the folks here?
I think we got a good instrumental here.
Let's play an instrumental here.
Why don't you start us off, Slim?
Meow.
The king of the cowboy fiddlers.
Looks like old dog rooting for a bone. doesn't it?
Joey.
Saturday night in Louisville.
Yes.
Saturday night in Louisville.
There's something in the air.
Mardi Gras meets New Year's Eve. Just feel it, can't you?
Just can feel it. I think there's romance in the air tonight.
Romance and
Romance.
humidity. A lot of that.
Sometimes so hard to tell the difference. There's romance in the air, and I know that you folks think that cowboys sing of nothing but sagebrush and cowhide and roundups and rodeos, but every so often a cowboy has to lean back in the saddle and sing a codependent, dysfunctional love song.
What other kind is there, Ranger Doug?
Way down in the border country where I was born, the border between Illinois and Wisconsin. Way down in the border country, we like to sing songs of codependent, dysfunctional love in Spanish. Qué bonitos ojos tienes debajo de esas dos cejas, debajo de esas dos cejas. Qué bonitos ojos tienes. Ellos me quieren mirar, pero si tú no los dejas, pero si tú no los dejas, ni siquiera parpadear. Malagueña salerosa, besar tus labios quisiera. Besar tus labios quisiera, malagueña salerosa, y decirte, niña hermosa, que eres linda y hechicera, que eres linda y hechicera, como el candor de una rosa. Con el carmín
Como el carmín, con el carmín.
Thank you. Thank you. Muy romántico. That's right. Thank you. We are mighty proud to be here tonight.
Yes, indeed.
Proud to be a part of the Crusade for Children. We have one more quick tune, and then there's plenty more to come. So stay tuned with us. Let's play When Payday Rolls Around.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
I'm dressing up in style, for in a little while I'm gonna ride into town. For every cowboy pal I know will lift his heel and toe when payday rolls around. And so I'm feeling fine because there's lots of time before we're all homeward bound. To work and slave with cattle, sweat and swear in battle until payday rolls around. What will a cowboy do when all of his work is through? Just what I'm gonna do now.
With money to spend and jingle off into town to mingle with all my friends I allow. Children's Crusade.
Maybe some blue-eyed gal will wait for her bronco gal to ride over the hot desert ground.
True heart and golden hair knows that I'll soon be there when payday rolls around. I'm dressing up in style, for in a little while gonna ride. So I'm feeling fine because there's lots of time before we're all homeward bound. To work and slave with cattle, sweat and swear and battle until payday rolls around. When payday rolls around. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, how about that?
Riders in the Sky. You know, as we were watching that, I saw the Karpinskis, who have been friends of the Crusade for a long time. I just saw Sandy a couple weekends ago. They were in the audience. They used to work with the Crusade. They go down to the show. My daughter's graduating from high school, and she came to the open house. So it's
cool.
As you watch, it's always fun to pick out people in the crowd or different folks that you didn't know. But you know some stuff about Riders in the Sky.
I do. So I was mentioning this off air. So I live back home in Illinois, go back home every so often. So last weekend I actually went back home to visit the family, and something that we always love to do is just sit around the patio and listen to music. It's like open request hour, and we listen to all different kinds of music. And one song that we always play, and this is just too funny, is Woody's Roundup, which is from Toy Story, and Riders in the Sky plays the song.
Wow.
Yes. So it's a little
full circle.
Yes, very full circle. So like when I was researching, getting all my talking points together, and that came up, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to mention this, of course. But yeah, they've been around for 35 years at the Grand Ole Opry.
Wow.
40 records, so many #1 hits. So that's very cool that they were a part of the Crusade.
Yeah. I think they performed at the Crusade a couple years. We got more great performances coming up. It looks like the tote board has increased again, thanks to your generosity by calling 582-7511, 1-888-382-7511. Tote board total, we are at $1,877,543.67 for the 70th, 70,
Yes.
WHAS Crusade for Children.
Amazing, so amazing. And we've got so many past performances that we're gonna, keep on rolling to. I think the next one what we're gonna do.
You want to read some pledges first?
Oh, we could do that too. I'm getting ahead of myself.
We've had such a busy morning. We have not had a chance to read some pledges, so we'll do that.
This isn't even all of them.
No,
And
it
this
is.
is a
It
pretty
is not.
hefty stack that I have.
And there's some generous pledges in here, like Frank and Jean Childers. I know them. They go to church with me. $100 for the Crusade for Children. Thank you very much.
Gary Wall, very, very generous, of Jeffersonville, Indiana, $1,000
Wow.
donated to the Crusade for Children.
I also have $1,000 from Margaret Young in memory of C.B. Young. Thank you, Margaret, for your generous donation to the 70th WHAS Crusade for Children.
Another big number, $500 from Zwade Teckel from Louisville, Kentucky. Thank you so much for your generosity.
$25 pledge from Aline Breyer in memory of Sister Kathy and Brother Clayton. Thank you very much. Don't forget, when you make that pledge, you can go ahead and write your check and send it to 520 West Chestnut Street, Louisville, Kentucky, 40202, in care of the WHAS Crusade for Children.
Yes, we have Arnold Salesman, $70, $70 probably for the 70th
Crusade,
Crusade from Louisville, Kentucky. Thank you oh so much.
Marguerite Musler, a $25 pledge to the 70th Crusade for Children.
Amy Benovitz, $300 from Louisville, Kentucky. Perfect.
Another $25 donation from Mary McCoy in memory of Sarah McCoy. Thank you for your generous gift to the Crusade.
Yes, Ellen Wells of Louisville, Kentucky, $140 in memory of George Fisher.
And John Pierce, a $100 gift, wants to credit the Archdiocese of Louisville. That'll be added to their total. Thank you, John, for your generosity to the 70th WHAS Crusade for Children.
Emily Schaefer, $10. We accept any and all amounts. So $10 goes 100% to the kids from Louisville, Kentucky.
$100 from Dennis Ashley in memory of Judy Ashley. Thank you for your pledge to the Crusade.
Linda Jones, $300 from New Albany, Indiana in memory of Davy Jones. Thank you so much.
A $20 donation from Lawrence Miller. Wants that to go in the Fern Creek total of their coming up. You'll see that later today, and that $20 will be a part of that.
Yes. Wendy Ottman, $170.
Wow.
We're seeing a trend here, aren't we?
Yeah.
In honor of Carol Pete.
You know, some of the greatest things I think about the Crusade, Elle, are the kids helping each other.
Yeah.
The children that do these lemonade stands and bring in $10 or $12, or sometimes they're bringing in $300, $400, $500. It's just so great to see kids that want to help kids, and that's the great thing about the Crusade.
Yeah, and just instilling those, those values very early on in life, because they're the ones that are going to continue this. They're going to continue, the tradition, and that's what's just going to make generations to come. And I think that's just so special. Yeah,
a $50 gift to the Crusade will provide a week of speech therapy for a child. $100 will provide vision screenings for five special needs children. And a gift of $200 provides a voice recognition software for children that are unable to use a keyboard.
Wow.
Helping with independence.
Yes, it's just awesome that every cent, every penny, every dollar goes right to these kids.
That's right.
In Kentuckiana.
Because of the endowment of the Crusade, 100% of your donation helps special needs children in Kentucky and southern Indiana. If you give in Jefferson County, your donation stays in Jefferson County. If you give in a county in southern Indiana or somewhere else in the state, that money stays right there to help your community.
Yes,
that's pretty cool.
All 120 counties in Kentucky and over 50 in southern Indiana. It's just so amazing. It just gives me chills just talking about it. And that's what just makes WHAS so special and so unique, is that this has been ongoing for 70 years. It's one of the most successful
local telethons.
Yeah. It's just so cool just to be a part of it, doing the overnight, getting that tote board, just racking up those dollars, those pennies. It all just goes to such an amazing cause.
It does. It is 4:36 in the morning in the Eastern Time Zone. You're watching the Crusade on WHAS TV and listening on News Radio 840 WHAS. I'm Steve Kirkland. I'm alumni of WHAS Radio. Spent several years working there, and Elle Bottom is my co-host this year. It is your first Crusade, and you've been at HAS just a little under a year, right?
Yeah, about 10 months now. I'm a reporter on Great Day Live, so you'll see me all across Kentuckiana going to who knows where. It's always so fun getting to go to, all these small businesses and just giving them a voice on such a fun platform. But what's something that's really cool too is that maybe they might not know Great Day Live. They might not watch WHAS, but they know the Crusade. Everyone's just been so touched by the Crusade. They know those firefighters are at those popular intersections in town with their boots, collecting that spare change. And I just think that's so monumental and so moving is that throughout these 10 months, I say WHAS, I work there. They're like, oh, the Crusade.
Yeah.
We know what that is.
Yeah.
That's just so
It is.
special.
It's very special. So
Yeah.
Great Day Live airs Monday through Friday at
Yes.
9 a.m.
9 a.m.
So this is kind of a different time period for you, huh?
It is. It's a little later in the morning, but it's always just so fun to, bring some positivity and some
Yeah.
light. Because the news can be a little scary.
Yeah.
A little, sad, but at least I can be the one shining light on all the positive things happening in our communities, going to, different ribbon cuttings, different grand openings, shining light on unique businesses. We do this really cool segment called Tag, Kentuckiana's most Instagrammable places.
Oh, cool.
So the other reporter, Naila Spencer, and I get to go to all these really cool places. Like we've gone to like a selfie museum. We've gone to Vernon Lanes, the bowling alley, did a little spot there.
Nice.
And we just do all these super fun things to showcase what Louisville, Kentuckiana is all about. And it's just spreading that positivity to wake you up in the morning. And
Well, make sure you check Elle out as she finds unique places in
Yes.
Kentucky and southern Indiana.
Mhm.
All right, we're coming up on 4:40 in the morning here for the WHAS Crusade for Children. We got more great entertainment to bring you.
We
We're going to
do.
head back to 2001. What do you know about this guy, Randy Atcher?
Well, if you know, the term local celebrity, I mean, he's that.
He's
if
the top of the
you're
list,
in
isn't he?
Louisville.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
From West Point, Kentucky, which if you've ever been, it's a really teeny tiny town just south of Louisville. He's from there. There's actually a museum in West Point.
Really? I did not know that.
So on Great Day Live, we do these hometown proud shows where we spotlight a different town, a different county. And so I got to go to West Point and talk about all the history that was there. And they have a Randy Atcher little exhibit.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
And so he was a regular for the Crusade, right? You'd always
Yes,
come on.
yes, and for many years hosted a program called T-Bar V
Yes.
with Randy and Cactus. Yeah, so
Was
people
it like
love
the
Randy.
Happy Birthday
Yep,
song?
they
like super
happy
popular?
birthday and brush your teeth. Yeah, yep, absolutely.
So I just learned that he wrote over 450 songs.
Wow,
That's
did not know that.
That is insane, and a lot were featured on the different WHAS programs, which is so cool.
That's very cool.
Yes.
Well, let's hop back to Crusade 2001. This is Randy Atcher.
Back to a WHAS icon. This time he's bringing his buddies. Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Atcher.
Saddle up our ponies and away we will ride across the rolling prairie and down the mountainside, around and up the Dogies and the Brandon, their hides riding high, wide and handsome. We may camp at night by a rippling stream, sing the good old cowboy songs by the campfire's gleam. We're up every morning before the break of dawn, and we're in the saddle till daylight is gone. A cowboy's life is riding, keeping Dogies rolling on, riding high, wide, and handsome. They call us high, wide, and handsome. Just so you know, I'm high.
And I'm wide. And I'm handsome. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. Can't wait to look in the mirror, 'cause I get better looking each day. Now to know me is to love me. I must be a heck of a man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can.
All day I face the barren waste without the taste of water, cool water. Oh, Dan and I, with throats burned dry and souls that cry for water, cool, clear water. listen to him, Dan. He's a devil, not a man, and he spreads the burning sand with water. Oh, Dan, can't you see that big green tree where water's running free and it's waiting there for you and me? The nights are cool and I'm a fool. Each star's a pool of water, cool water. But with the dawn I'll wake and yawn and carry on to water, cool, clear water. Keep a-moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's a devil, not a man, and he spreads the burning sand with water. Oh, Dan, can't you see that big green tree where water's running free and it's waiting there for you and me? Waiting for me and you. Oh, thank you very much. Once again, it's a great pleasure to be back on the Crusade for Children again this year.
You know what?
What?
48 years, and I'll bet you one thing.
What?
There ain't nobody else that made the first crusade in a horse and buggy like we did.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but once again, my son Mark has flown up from Florida, where he lives, to be with us.
My arm's tired.
But I'm glad he could make it again for the crusade to be with us. And Shorty has been a little under the weather. Now next
Yeah, I ain't dancing quite as good as it was.
But he was able to come and be with us tonight, and we're happy to have him. Thank you. Now we're sort of High, Wide, and Handsome Plus tonight because we have a fella that you've been hearing already. But he's a friend who worked at the WSM Grand Ole Opry for many years. The last hit he had was with Vince Gill, and one of the terrific fiddle players, mandolin players, guitar players, banjo players, plays them all. Let's have a nice hand for Jeff Guernsey. Well, Mark did make it, so here's little Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Old cowpoke went riding out one dark and windy day. On a ridge he rested as he went along his way. But all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through the ragged sky and up a cloudy draw. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny, and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh,
Ghost riders in the sky.
Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't caught him yet. 'Cause they gotta ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire. As they ride on, hear their cry. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh,
Ghost riders in the sky.
As the riders looked on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell, riding on our range, then cowboy, change your ways today, for with us you will ride. But trying to catch the devil's herd,
across these endless skies. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh. Ghost riders in the sky. Yippee-yi-hey. Riders in the sky.
Thank you all very much. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Well, everybody join in. Brush your teeth each morning. Get lots of sleep at night. Mind your mom and daddy, 'cause they know what is right. Lots of exercise each day and eat up all your food. And always wear a great big smile that makes you look so good. Be sure to look both left and right before you cross the street. And be with us tomorrow at 9 when it's TRB Ranch time. Glad to see most of you remember the words. Don't forget we're here for the crusade, so like Terry and Melissa have been saying, give those donations. We don't care how you get them here, just so you get them here. I'm going to call on Jeff now. He's got that fiddle, and there's a song that the best fiddle players all over the world play, but no better than him. Let's have a big hand for Jeff and a little Orange Blossom Special. How about that? Isn't that something? Well, some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away, I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Well, just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a home where joys will never end. I'll fly away, I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Fly away. The time has come to say good night. Good night. Good night. But we'll be here next year. Until then, good night. I would sure like you all to give a big hand for Shorty Chester, who made it special this evening. For my son Mark Atcher, who came up from Florida for this.
Thank you very much.
And let's not forget fiddle playing Jeff Guernsey over there. But now it's time to say good night. Good night. Good night. Thank you very much. We're not leaving, but we're certainly glad to see you all here. Glad you could be here for the crusade.
Yeah, Randy Atcher.
Yes, so
With
fun.
some friends, yeah. Well, we are in Studio A here at WHAS TV. You're watching the Crusade on WHAS television in Louisville and listening on News Radio 840 WHAS. I'm Steve Kirkland, WHAS radio alumni, and my cohort here is Elle Bottom from WHAS TV. You catch her on Great Day Live, and we're in where the phone operators
This is
hang
where the
out.
magic happens.
Yeah.
This is like the most important part of the crusade, or your donations. This is where it all goes down.
Yeah.
So be sure to call that number, 582-7511.
Or toll free 1-888-382-7511. A lot of these folks are familiar faces to me, and it is so good to see you all again in person.
Yes, we're happy to be back.
Welcome
We're
back.
happy.
Welcome back. Did you all enjoy Van and Jack and Joe Arnold, and then some of the great stuff that Joe Federline found of Crusade 20 that we were able to see? What a great overnight this has been.
Yes.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Remind me your name.
My name is Vicky.
And Vicky, this is Crusade what for you? How many years?
17 years.
17 years.
Wow.
And you've been on the overnight shift those 17
On
years, haven't you?
every single year.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
Meet a lot of kids, during the process. And Crusade for Children, I learned that it was established in 1954 by WHAS TV.
Yes.
And they do a lot of special things for kids with special needs that help them and their families. And that's really good.
Have anybody in your family been touched by the crusade?
Yes, my brother, he needed some special shoes because he had uneven leg. And they did the surgery and stuff and took care of all the you know, the money and everything that was needed for that. Wow. So that was a plus for our family.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Great story. There aren't many people that you'll meet that have not been touched by the crusade in one way or another. And remind me of your name.
It's Dara.
Dara. And what crusade number is this for you?
8.
8. Okay. And you've been on the overnight most of those years, right?
Yes, but I actually do 2 shifts. I do the 7 to 11 and then stay on over. Yeah, so I do a 12-hour shift.
You're crazy.
Oh my goodness.
I just love it. I love it. I really miss not being here for the last 3
Yeah,
years.
it
It's
was
just not the
tough.
same.
Yeah, it really was. Crusade went on, and the community was so generous. But when I got the call this year, hey, the overnight is back. We're back in the TV station. Will you come? Absolutely.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is Rachel. Rachel, has it been 8 years for you as well?
Yes, it has, and I've been doing the overnight for 3 years. I've been doing the 7 to 11 shift and the 11 to 7 a.m.
Wow. And you have a couple special donations that you'd like to tell us about.
Yes, one is from Travis Slaughter, and he donated $100 in memory of my brother, Adam Austin. And then I have a DeParis Jones that did $100 and in memory of my brother as well, Adam Austin. It's greatly appreciated for both of you for doing that.
Well, we're so sorry for your loss, but what a great way to honor your brother.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for your dedication to the Crusade for Children. And folks, that's that's just what it's all about. What it's all about. And let me tell you, these ladies don't like sitting here doing nothing. So we need you to call 582-7511 right now. Pick up that phone, 582-7511, or toll free 1-888-382-7511. You know, the phone bank has changed over the years, hadn't it? You know, I mean, the phone bank really did overnight ring all the time when that was the only way that you could donate. But now there's so many different ways for folks to donate.
You can donate online, WHAScrusade.org, or you could scan this QR code right at the bottom of your screen. Apple Pay, Venmo, PayPal. Just so many ways. And you can even add a little note in memory of, or even put that fire station so they can get credit. So it just adds that total later this morning.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think we're going to check the tote board real quick. We've got to wait for, since we're not in the big studio, we have to wait for the tote board to come up. But I think oh my gosh, look at that total. Wow. We are at, it's 5 o'clock.
On the dot.
And the total for the 70th WHAS Crusade, $1,910,235.31. A round of applause, ladies. Yes. Thank you, Kentucky and Southern Indiana.
I think we could get it to 2 million.
I believe we're going to hit it before
in this last hour. Come on, let's blow up these phones, get online, donate, scan that QR code. And it's all for the kids. 100% of these funds are going to the kids.
They are. And you're watching the Crusade for Children on WHAS television. You're listening on News Radio 840 WHAS in Louisville. And we are so glad you're here. I'm Steve Kirkland. This is Elle Bottom. And I've had a blast.
I've had so much
evening.
fun. I was so honored to ask. I mean, I haven't even been working at HAS for a year yet. And I was just so honored to be asked to do this overnight shift because it's such. We got a caller. But I was just so honored to be asked to do this, and it's all for the kids. Such a great cause.
Well, it's been great being with you, and I'm glad that the Crusade bug has bitten you as well, like it has everybody else. We have got some more great entertainment that we are going to bring to you this hour. So I hope you'll sit back and relax and tell us a little bit about it. You've done a little Kentucky Headhunter research.
Yes, I have. It's been so fun kind of deep diving into all these past performers, but the Kentucky Headhunter. So I'm originally from Illinois.
Okay.
What brought me to Kentucky is my grandpa, who's from Edmonton, Kentucky, and that's where the Kentucky Headhunters originated. And it was just so cool to kind of do a little bit of research. But something that I actually have a favorite song from them.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm a UK grad, which is probably going to upset a lot of people. But at the end of all the football and basketball games, they'll play Dumbest Walker, which is like their #1 hit, most streamed song. And so I'm hoping that I see a performance of that song when we head to this clip.
All right. Well, you keep calling and you enjoy the entertainment that we're about to bring you. The number one more time, 582-7511, 582-7511 or 1-888-382-7511 to make your pledge for the 70th WHAS Crusade for Children. Here are the Kentucky Headhunters.
Sounding mighty fine and looking even better. We are the Kentucky Headhunters. It's an honor and a privilege to be here tonight. What a great cause. We appreciate y'all having us. We want you to have a good time. Put your hands together, stomp your feet. If you feel like shaking a leg, that's all right with us.
shuffling back to Memphis. Gonna pawn my ragged shoes to the city of the blues in the morning. Oh, tell me how blue you are, hey!
ragtop automobile. Said a ragtop automobile. If I were a rich man, if I were a king, if I were a big star, ragtop automobile. Got the top laid back, got my cool rays on. Now look at here, baby. Well, this kind is long.
goes out, and I will until the day I die. I don't want no crown in heaven. Just sail me out across the sky in my ragtop automobile. I'll live a ragtop automobile. I live a ragtop automobile. I live a ragtop automobile. Thank you, Mr. Bill Monroe. I said you better walk softly on this heart of rock me, baby, rock me all night long. Rock me, baby, rock me all night long. You know the way you rock me, baby. You don't know how good you make me feel. Oh, no, no. All right. All the brothers out there and sisters in TV land, radio land, and the folks here in the audience, we are mighty, mighty proud to be here. Give yourself a hand out there, huh? Yes, sir. It's something the headhunter's been wanting to do for a long time. Makes us feel good inside. And we aim to put the love back to y'all tonight. Can you dig it? Yeah! Matter of fact, it just turns me up, makes me want to sing a little bit more. What about y'all, huh? Roll me, baby, like you roll a wagon wheel. Keep on rolling me, baby, like you roll a wagon wheel. This makes us feel.
All right, it's the 70th WHAS Crusade for Children at 5:25 on Sunday morning, Crusade Sunday morning, right here on WHAS TV and WHAS Radio. We are so happy that you are here. You know, Elle, it would probably be a good time to say thank you to the fine cameramen that we have had from St. X,
Yes,
who
they
have been with us all night long. and you just saw our floor director
Yes.
in the shot for a second.
He's been
which is
doing a
fine.
great, all of them are doing such a great job. They've been with us, working as hard as we are.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Brian Mitchell, who was an employee here at WHAS TV, brings some of his brightest students to
But
help
very
us on the
talented.
overnight. Yeah,
They've been
so
moving the cameras, telling us to make our mark, and
Yeah.
all the things. So we wouldn't be here without them.
So hats off to you guys. Thank you for being here and helping us out at this 70th WHAS Crusade for Children. Steve Kirkland, Elle Bottom with you, and we want you to be a part of the crusade by calling 502-582-7511 or 1-888-382-7511. We'll pick up the toll-free tab for you as well. So the crusade has been around for, it's in its 70th year now.
70 continuous year.
Continuous years, yes. And raised over $200 million in the 70 years that it's been in existence, and helped countless children in Kentucky and southern Indiana. So pretty impressive thing. And we've had some folks that have made some donations. We'd like to read their names now for you, some of them. Esther Brown, Robert Jr., it looks like maybe, or Lena. And that's in honor of the hard work the crusade does. $500 donation. Thank you so much for that.
So this donation might be the biggest.
Oh, wow.
Tonight by a single person, Eugene Massey of Louisville, Kentucky. $5,000.
Wow.
$5,000.
$5,000.
Every single penny going to the kids.
Nancy Bowen, thank you so much for your $500 donation to the Crusade for Children. Appreciate that.
Continuing the trend, another $500 donation from Alan Kurtz from Louisville. So thank you so much.
And that's in honor of Mary.
Mary
Kurtz. Yeah, thank you for that. $150 donation to from Doris Smith in loving memory of a husband who passed away in 2022. He had a very big heart and always donated in memory of their daughter, Tegan. So thank you so much, Dorothy, for that $150 donation to the Crusade.
Yes, $50, Charlotte Sharp in memory of Marilyn and Larry Sharp. Thank you so much.
Another $500 from Almra Allred with the Jamaican Association, $500 to the Crusade for Children. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, $50, Alice Newer of Louisville, Kentucky. Thank you so much.
And Dolores Snyder called in a $100 pledge to the Crusade for Children. She's watching and enjoying the performances. They're bringing her to tears. So thank you, Dolores, for watching the 70th WHAS Crusade for Children.
Yes, Joseph Thomas of Clarksville, Indiana, $20. Any amount counts.
Yes, absolutely.
It all goes to the kids, so thank you so much.
So, it doesn't take a lot of money to help a child. A gift of $50 will provide a week of speech therapy for a child. If you can give $100, it'll provide vision screenings for 5 special needs children. And a gift of $200 provides voice recognition software for a child who's unable to use a keyboard. So anything that you can do to help a child, $50, $100, $200, $2,000. Yeah, absolutely.
$70
yeah.
for the 70th Crusade for Children. All good things. Any dollar amount counts.
Robert and Peggy Sipes, $100 donation to the Crusade for Children. Thanks so much for that.
$200, Charlene Schneider of Louisville, Kentucky. Let's see. Oh, to the St. Matthews Fire Department. You can put your local fire department on there so they can get credit for the big countdown later this morning.
That's my fire department.
There we go.
Barbara Stutzman, a $25 pledge. Thank you so much for that.
Joshua Mabe, $100 in honor of his parents, Melanie and Tom. And then Jeffersontown Fire Department will go towards that.
$50 from Laura Michael in honor of their daughter, Kaylin. Thank you so much for that.
$50 from Joseph Welsh of Louisville. Thank you so much.
The Ashleys, Kenneth and Jean, a $50 pledge to the Crusade. Thanks so much.
Continuing the trend, another $50 from Erica Carey in honor of Bernice Nicholson. Thank you so much.
We need these telephones to ring, 502-582-7511 or 1-888-382-7511 to make your donation to the 70th WHAS Crusade.
Yes, and if you don't want to call, you can honestly, go online, WHAScrusade.org, or you can scan the QR code right there. You can give via Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Apple Pay. So there's so many ways to give on this 70th Crusade.
There absolutely is. And we have got some more great entertainment. We're actually going to continue the Kentucky Headhunters performance from 2007, and then we'll be back to wrap things up for this 70th WHAS Crusade overnight. So please call while you watch and enjoy the entertainment. 502-582-7511, 1-888-382-7511, back to 2007, I believe, and the Kentucky Headhunters on Crusade 70.
One more favor I got to ask. We do this every night. Fred is going to do some amazing and wonderful things on the skins, but I want us all to give him a little help. Let me hear everybody out there say, "Go, Fred, go!" They sounded mighty fine, brothers. They all yours. Let's all get together and pull for it. One more time for Fred the King be young.
All right, brothers and sisters, let's boogie a little bit. Mr. Martin, kick it off.
When I die and Yes, I've sinned, but I got a friend in Jesus. So you know that when I die, He's gonna send me up to the Spirit in the sky. Gonna send me up to the Spirit in the sky. That's where I'm gonna go when I die. When I die and I lay me to rest, I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. Go to the place that's the best. Let's all go down to Dumas Walker. Y'all sing it with us. Let's all go down to Dumas Walker. We'll get a sly burger, fries, and a bottle of ski. Bring it on out to my baby and me. Well, we headed to the driving on a Saturday night, just me and my baby and a six-pack of light. Got a pocket full of money and I'm raring to go down to Dumas Walker right after the show. They'll be shooting marbles in the back of the store and laying money down on the floor. Let's all go down to Dumas Walker. Let's all go down to Dumas Walker. We'll get a sly burger, fries, and a bottle of ski. Bring it on out to my baby and me. Pick it good. Patty got a older than he might. We don't like young folks hanging around. It's quick to let you know we got law in this town. You ought to see him grin when money walks through the door. The Marble Kings are ready for more. It's your turn. Let's all go down. Oh my goodness. Let me have it. Oh my goodness. I think y'all have heard that one once or twice. Let me tell you good folks something. Yeah, that sounded pretty good, but I think you can sing it just a little bit louder. Say yeah. I'll say yeah. We're gonna do it one more time. And let's all go. Let's all go down to Dumas Walker.
Yes, sir. I want to thank everybody, the live audience, being here with us tonight. Special thanks to the Crusades of Children, people that we've met tonight. They've been so nice to us, and we've been wanting to do this for a long, long time. Greg, our lead guitar player, actually used to sit in the audience when he was a little boy.
Yeah, Memorial Auditorium, yes.
Years ago. Now we have this nice building here, thanks to a lot of great people. Anyway, guys, this has been a big thing for us to get to do. We got to get out of here and go to Pennsylvania tonight. But anyway, we're going to say good night with somebody else's song for you, okay? This is a thing for you. Can I get an amen?
Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I'm in love for the first time. You know it's gonna last. It's a love that's made forever, It's a love that has no past. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down.
5.
Kentucky Headhunters from 2007, and look at that total.
Look at that. I called it.
You
didn't
did call
I?
it, yes. It is 553 on the 70th WHAS Crusade for Children. We are over $2 million. Let's hear it, guys. That's a.
Oh my goodness.
That is great. We'll check in. We'll check that total here one more time before we go off the air at 6 o'clock. You can help that total climb up. It's easy to do. 502-582-7511 or 1-888-382-7511, and lots of other ways to donate as well.
Yes, you can donate online, WHAScrusade.org. You can donate by mail. Mail us a check. 520 West Chestnut Street, Louisville, Kentucky, 40202. And you can scan that QR code right at the bottom of your screen right here. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay, all the ways you can donate, because 100% of it goes right to the kids.
You can like us on Facebook. You can tweet us on Twitter. And I guess Instagram, you can put up some pictures. And YouTube, you can watch some video. Just search for WHAS Crusade for Children on all your favorite social media apps. Make sure to like us. And thank you for changing a child's life. Did you know that if you donate over $100, Elle, that a uniformed deputy sheriff will come to your door and pick that check up? Yes.
Yeah, so why not? You know, the more the merrier, right?
Yeah, we'll wait a few hours before we come, but somebody will come today if you would like to do that. 502-582-7511, toll free 1-888-382-7511 is the telephone number to call. It is 5:55. We're here for about 5 more minutes, and then a special memorial package will be running that you'll see for the next couple of hours. And at 8 o'clock, back in historic Studio H, where we spent most of the morning, you'll see your favorite folks from WHAS TV and WHAS Radio.
Familiar faces, for sure.
And lots of firefighters and businesses coming in to make their donation to the Crusade for Children, and hopefully pushing that total up close to $7 million, or maybe $7 million for the 70th WHAS Crusade for Children. Wouldn't that be something?
It would. It really would be.
Well, we are over $2 million right now. I think we can take another look at the tote board before we say goodbye.
And it's already gone up since we checked it last time.
It's gone up $25,000. We're at $2,025,352.78 for the 70th WHAS Crusade for Children. Elle, this is your first crusade.
It is.
My 39th.
Yes.
So tell me, what was your favorite part of the crusade?
I think talking to everyone, honestly, we got, Van, Joe, Jack, the magicians. I mean, I was standing right there, and I still can't figure it out. Jaw was on the floor.
Pretty amazing,
stunned.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Lots of fun.
What about you?
Oh, gosh. It's just been so great to be back.
Yes.
It's been great to be back. Was a part of the crusade last year, did a couple remotes, but it's nothing like being here all night, overnight, reliving some of the great memories of the crusade and getting to reconnect with friends. It was great to see Van and Jack and Joe. So
and Joe Federley. I mean, he's always a hoot and a half.
Joe is Mr. History.
Yes.
We're going to talk to Joe, and we're thinking of some ideas to do some things a little bit different for next year's crusade. Maybe highlight one year and look at the performances from that year, and take folks down memory lane. I think that would be something that's fun to do. Well, we have a couple more minutes here. Please call 582-7511, 1-888-382-7511. Those are the numbers to call. These folks will be here until 8 o'clock in the morning, so as you're watching the memorials, please remember to call them. They would greatly appreciate it. You can donate online at WHAScrusade.org, or if you'd just like to mail us a check, we'll take that too. 520 West Chestnut Street, Louisville, Kentucky, 40202. We'll read a few more donations. Elle, this one is, I think, very special.
Yeah.
It's a $2 pledge from Benjamin Kalk of Bowling Green, Kentucky. So thank you, Benjamin, for that $2 pledge. Every penny counts.
It really does. Mary Jo Flattery, $100. And look at this. So the creator of the Crusade logo, she's doing it in memory of, How do you pronounce David?
I believe it's Dumeyer.
Okay.
I believe that's how it's
Yes.
pronounced.
And Justin Owen as well. So thank you so much.
Marie Pignato, a $30 pledge to the Crusade for Children in memory of Joe.
Mm-hmm. And then Milton Alcorn, $70 for the 70th Crusade for Children from Louisville, Kentucky.
David Mount, a $120 pledge to the Crusade in memory of Mike Voles. Thank you so much for that.
Mm-hmm. Denise Giaburi, $30 from Louisville, Kentucky. Thank you.
And Pamela J. Litter, $200 for the WHAS Crusade for Children.
Mm-hmm. Carol Dennis, $100 in honor of James and Carol Burnett. Thank you so much.
Jacqueline Flowers, a $100 donation to the Crusade for Children in memory of Herschel Flowers. Thank you so much.
Continuing the trend of $100, Janice Sidebottom in memory of husband Jamie Eller. He passed away this past May, so we are thinking of him during this time. And they're crediting the New Albany Fire Department.
Well, we just have a few more seconds left on this 70th WHAS Crusade for Children. Elle, I want to thank you for being such a great co-host for your first year of the Crusade. Well, thank you. And I look forward to seeing you next year.
Yeah.
Folks at home, please continue to call 502-582-7511, 1-888-382-7511 to make your donation to the 70th WHAS Crusade for Children. We are over $2 million as we end this crusade for children. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. You're watching WHAS TV and listening to News Radio 840 WHAS Louisville. It's the 70th WHAS Crusade. Have a great day.